All right, folks. It's one of these monthly update videos that's probably well delayed, but listen, I frankly haven't had the desire to make one. But I think I'm just about on time, so cut me some slack. Um, Listen, this is one of those like days where I'm in a bit of an annoyed mood, but those are like the times where I'm honest, and I think those are the best videos, right? Nobody wants to watch some guy come on and be an absolute douche and tell everybody how brilliant he is. Like, well, at least I don't. I'd rather just somebody be honest and themselves. So the last update was I was like, I just got a new car and I was like worried about going in it, and I was doing like a driving anxiety based thing on TikTok. Um, I played a little bit of Path of Exile and I didn't really enjoy the game all that much for the first time in, well, forever really. I've always enjoyed PoE, but this time I really didn't. And then I saw a TikTok video. I recommend you go see it on my channel about the desire to keep going for 20 years, because I've basically been posting for like 20 years, and obviously I've just been posting sporadically, but at least there's some consistency there. Never made it or anything like that. We had a moment in the sun during COVID, but sometimes you just have the desire goes, and it might come back. But in terms of myself, man, it's a bit of an annoying one, because obviously you want to be doing, hey, I've done XYZ during the month and things have gone really, really well. But I'll just be honest. In terms of the car went way better than expected. I try to go out in it every day, or at least every couple days, even if it's just a pointless journey around town, even if it's just a pointless 10-minute drive, just to keep myself on the road, keep exposing myself, keep being in the car on my own, all that stuff. I've not been on any major roads, any major journeys, not really done any maneuvers of sorts. I'm just taking my time, making myself feel comfortable and doing it at my own pace, and that seems to be working. And normally I'd beat myself up about that, and I'd say people are doing it at a better pace, people are doing it, yeah, people, but whatever, that's the pace I'm going at. It's working for me. Touch wood, not had any accidents. I've had one guy pull out on me on a roundabout, and it was totally his fault, and he was absolutely oblivious. And then he looked to his right as I was like driving into the side of him. I slammed my brakes on. Luckily, the car behind me also reacted. He then stopped, and I was like, and then he looked at me and he was like, fuck, sorry, mate. So, at least I reacted to that. And to be honest, that was in a weird way kind of good, because I just autopiloted, stopped the car, if you know what I mean. So I showed that I could at least react to something like that. I've been getting more confident, because the first time I'd just been going out with like family and I'd not been in the car on my own, but this time I'm pretty much in the car most of the time. Just occasionally I might take someone somewhere, and therefore I just use it as an excuse to use my car. And I'm nowhere near confident in it, but compared to day one, I'm 1,000 times better than compared to day one. So at least there's that. So that's been a large chunk of my mind, has been focused on that. That's a really big thing for me, because independence, and it's a large purchase, and obviously like safety. Like, I'm a very conscious person, so it's a lot. I'm conscious of like pedestrians, other road users, and touch wood, that will help me stay safe as best I can. There probably will be some inevitable stuff I can't avoid, unfortunately, but I think it's not too bad to be maybe a little bit cautious. Try to not be hesitant, but and so that has been taking up a lot of my mind intentionally. These are things I've been doing because I've just been going through it, to be totally blunt with you. Like, I bought an entire detailing kit and like all the stuff, and I've been like washing everyone's cars for families. Like, I've just been like doing people's cars because I've been enjoying it. and it's been just something to do, and it's just been something a bit different kind of videos to watch and understand. It's just a different like hobby, because I've just needed something a little bit different just to do. Like in terms of the relationship, still super fucking annoying. I wish it wasn't. Like 5 months on, I feel like you should just be over it, but it was just a shit situation, and I'm over it in my own way. Like I totally get it wasn't right. It just weren't working, and I was like correct to end it when I did. But I just it just ended in a shitty way, and it just didn't need to. And there was a lot that went into it that I won't talk about because it's private shit. But yeah, it upset me. You know, if anyone's ever been through a breakup, you know how it is. Sometimes you have good days, sometimes you have bad days. Most of the time now I'm just totally fine, but sometimes like tonight you might have a blip, and I wish I didn't. And it's like a blip that doesn't make sense, because you don't want that person, but sometimes you just miss the connection or whatever it might be. You know how it is. So yeah, I've been going through that, but getting there bit by bit. In terms of video games, I've been playing a little bit of Call of Duty, purely again as an exercise to just do something different. I've been playing with a couple of new people. If anybody else wants to play COD, feel free. I'm terrible, but you know, it is what it is. I just joined with the first group of people that let me play, so I've been playing with them, and that's been helpful, just to chat to some new people. And I don't know, I've been trying to, like, this might sound like this has nothing to do with gaming at this point. Like, my channel is just my channel, so I'm just talking to you guys. I really appreciate you listening. Honestly, you don't understand how much it helps. Just even if it's just one comment, just find these quite therapeutic. And so, yeah, I was talking about playing Call of Duty with new people, yeah, and I've been putting up some like I don't know what you'd call them, self rules or philosophies or whatever. Like, I am an immense people pleaser, and I will just bend over backwards to do that, and it's got me into, not going to say trouble, but it's problematic when you're just a total people pleaser, and sometimes you have to put up boundaries. And like, when you're a total people pleaser and then you suddenly put up a boundary, it actually can freak people out way more than when you don't. So I'll give you like a weird example. Let's say every Tuesday you have to go pick up your grandma from bingo, right? And you do it every single time without ask because you're a people pleaser. And then the one time you're like, actually, I don't want to do this anymore. You'll get more stick than somebody that just says from the get-go, hey, listen, I can't make time for that. I'm really sorry, but you'll have to find someone else. It's not your problem. It's not you. It's, you know, I just don't have the time. They won't get any stick because they've just put up a firm boundary early on, and most people actually respect boundaries. So anyway, long story short, I've had some people talk to me about certain stuff, and I've just been like, actually, I don't want to talk about that. Thanks, that's fine. Let's not talk about that. Or there've been people trying to stop me do certain things that do make me happy, and I've been like, well, actually, that's really important to me, so I'm going to do that. Or, you know, just trying to, in general, when I feel like I speak to somebody nice and good, I try to keep in contact with them because I feel like that's something I should be doing. It's rare to have a good connection, and I probably shouldn't let so many fizzle out, and that includes you on YouTube. Like, sometimes you guys have played with me and I've just never played again for no other reason than I don't like reaching out because I don't like sounding like a beg. And yeah, sometimes I just feel like you don't want to force your presence onto somebody and just overstay your welcome. It makes me feel awkward, probably you feel awkward, and so I kind of just wait around for an invite. If it happens, good. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And then sometimes it's been like so long since I've played with somebody that then I think it will be awkward, and so I just don't do it because I try to avoid awkward things. But if anybody does want to play anything or does want to have a chat or whatever, like, I'm fine with it. I'm maybe a little bit awkward at first. Like it just takes me a while. You know, that's who I am. In terms of like games, I've realized I do still want to play. I do still want to play games. They all just suck. And at first I thought it was like me, like maybe I'm old, maybe I'm jaded, maybe I'm a boomer. But no, I actually still do enjoy the games, and I still would enjoy the sweaty rush, but maybe I don't play with sweaty enough people. But even when I do, I feel like the games just ain't it. Again, maybe I've just experienced such good games that my standards are too high and they'll never ever be met again. Probably. Probably. I don't think anything's going to compare to Gears of War 1 at its peak, or Modern Warfare 2, or Halo 3. Think about like Halo 3. We didn't have that. And then all of a sudden you had Forge mode where you could create your own games, create your own maps, save highlights, take pictures, share clips to each other. And now I'm playing Warzone, where like 99% of people are like abusing the most disgusting level of aim assist I've ever seen in the game, bro. Mixed with Coronas, Zen, Zim, whatever you call it. We've got hackers out the wazoo. The game is just like who's got the best gun, who sees each other for like. It's not good. There's no audio. So I'm looking for a shooting game. There aren't any. I just cannot find one. And then single player games just kind of depress me low key. I don't know why they just do. I feel like I'm just sat playing this game on my own, and there's no like dopamine rush of a multiplayer game. Sometimes I'm dead in the mood for a single player game, but not really at the moment. That's really all I've got to say. I hope everyone's doing well. You probably caught me on a bit of a down day. Whereas like the past 2-3 weeks have been really good. It was only yesterday that I was talking to somebody on Instagram, and I was like saying to them, yeah, it's like the first time in months that I felt like myself. So yeah, I'm having a bit of a wobbler tonight. There's a few things gone on, and it's just, anyway, like it is what it is. I don't think I have anything else to say. I've really not enjoyed the direction Path of Exile is going in with all its Scarab nonsense. I'm not too keen on any of the games that are coming out, which is a shame because I'm in the mood to play something. The car's going okay. Yeah, if anybody knows how to get hold of a Toyota IQ spoiler or a Toyota IQ XYZ, hit me up. Anyone's got any local scrapyards, mate, or something? Like, I don't know, man. I need like Toyota IQ parts or some shit, man. I'm trying to like find some deals. I don't think I've got anything else to say. Thanks for chilling if you're still here. I know it's like a small community, but hopefully you appreciate the honesty. I guess I'll see you next month.